I'm going to go over how I recorded all of my videos for my online course that I'm launching, so that if you are wondering how to do it, what software to use, especially if you use a PC and not a Mac, that's what I'm going to cover today. So I'm using the software called FreeCam 8, and I will link below the link to that. It is a free software. The downsides of it is I don't think it will record the webcam, but I don't use my webcam because I think it's just a cleaner look, and it's a little bit easier for the students to just kind of look at the slides and not get distracted by what I look like. It's also easier for me to present because I'm not having to worry about looking at the lens of a camera while I'm trying to talk through my content, or making sure that, you know, I look really nice and presentable and things like that. So I think it's just easier just to have slides and words and not to have the webcam on as well. So I'm gonna get into this. So here's what this FreeCam 8 looks like, and to do this I can just start a new recording, and then it's going to give you this box on your screen. So all of my slides were made in Canva, where I just use, I downloaded them as PDFs after I made them in Canva. If you want to check out how I made these slides, I will link above the video that I did on making these slides. So I want to get the full screen in, so this box is movable, and I'm going to adjust it to get the entire screen. And so this is literally how I'm presenting it. I don't go into presenter mode or anything like that. I'm just have the box only around the slide, so it's only capturing the slide itself. I also use my mic. So the mic I'm currently using for my camera, I plugged into my computer and used that to capture all of my sound. To determine which mic you're going to use, you can go to this settings right here, and it'll pull this up. And right now, of course, I have my mic plugged into my camera, so the only available option is the microphone array that is on my computer. And so I'm going to keep it there, but I can also adjust the level. And so if you don't know, if you have the level up too high, and especially if you have a good mic, it's going to bring in more background noise. So I generally keep my mic level a little bit lower, especially if I'm closer to the mic, so that there's not all this background noise in the dead space. So you can also see that there's some shortcut keys if you want to pause or stop recordings. So yeah, I just set up and made sure that my mic was set up here to my headset mic instead of my microphone array when I was actually presenting. And then you can just hit record by pressing the red button. And what you want to remember is after you hit record, while it's counting down, you want to click inside of the Adobe PDF so that you can easily move with your arrows to navigate through your slides. So I'm going to click record, and then once you click record, it's actually where your mouse is or what program is up front is that FreeCam. So you want to make sure you've clicked into your Adobe, so now when I press arrows, it will actually do something. So now I'm just going to record this video. Okay, so now that I'm done recording the entire presentation, I'm now going to stop my recording. So you can just pause it, and then you can hit this done right here. And it's going to bring up, it'll prepare a preview real quick, and then it will bring up your recording. You can play the preview to make sure that it sounds good. And then in my case, when I was filming, I was recording all of my videos in one day. So what I didn't want to do was export every single video because it takes a long time to export these videos. So instead, I just saved my video. So you can save the project, and then it'll save it as this .screen rec. And this is just something that only this free cam software can actually read, but you can save it real quick. And then what you can do is when you reopen the project, you can then export it as a WMV file. And so you can save this file. I'm just going to save it to my desktop. So the other downside to using FreeCam is that you can only save as a WMV file, but what you will find is most course platforms will accept WMV file. I am using Kajabi. If you want to test out Kajabi, I'll leave a link to a 28-day free trial for that, so you can test it out for about a month, and then some future videos I'll have coming up will be focused on how to upload these things and to work in Kajabi as well. But Kajabi will take this WMV file. If you do need to export it into a different type of file, you can always put it into your video editing software and then export it as a separate type of file. So I'm going to save it, and this is when you're going to see it's exporting. So it does take a little while to export these videos. This is one reason why I am using this piece of software, because it's very quick at saving the project. So if you are running multiple in a day, you don't have to wait for it to constantly be exporting. You can save the project, and then later on you can work on exporting all of your videos out as you're kind of doing something else, because you can easily do something else while it's exporting. Okay, so now it's finished exporting, and then it'll automatically show me where it is in my files. And so the other thing I want to do is show you, if you are someone who is giving the audio files as well, or if you need to edit your video course afterwards, the program I use is Filmora 9, and I will leave a link below if you're interested in that. It's only a one-time price that you pay, and I think I got it for about $49. But it's a really good video editor if you are in Windows. So I'm just gonna start a new project, and then I can just drop in my file. So once I drop in my file, I can add it to the window where you actually make your video. Can't think of what that's called right now. And so if I want to just get the if I want to either change the format of the video, or if I want to get the audio file alone, so then I'm going to go to export, and I'm going to hit create video. And so if I want to export it as a MP4 file instead of a WMV file, I can do that here. The other thing I can do is export it as an MP3 file. And then I can choose where I'm going to save it to. So right now I'm just going to save it to my desktop. And then I can export. And if you're exporting the MP3 files or the audio files, it's really, really quick to export. So that took about like 10 seconds to export. And then I can find my target, so it will show me exactly where it is. And if you want to save your file, you can save this as a new project. Or if you're done with it and you don't need to use this again, or you're not making any edits into it, you can just exit out. So now I have my MP3 file and my MP4 file, and then I also have my PDF file of my slides, because that's how I made my slides. And so now I have all the things that I'm going to use to upload into my course management software to actually give my course. So if you are interested in any of those softwares that I am using, check the description below, and that'll you can link to all of those softwares. I know on a Mac there's some freeware that comes with your Mac, but if you're on a PC, you don't get access to those things. So this is how you can do this mostly for free. Filmora 9 is the only thing that I pay for to be able to do this, but I'm sure there's other free video editors that you can use as well, if that's what you're interested in. If you want more content like this, I'm going to be talking about exactly how I created my entire first course. So if you want more content, subscribe below and like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time talking about actually uploading the course and making my worksheets for the course.